Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Northside Square. I'm Quincy Jones, Director of Programs with The Works, Inc. We're here back at Northside Square with our good friend and companion and site supervisor, Jason Irby with Grinder Tabor Grinder. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about what's up and coming for the development. So in the past weeks, we've given you an update about our food programs. We had an opportunity to learn about some of the green uses that will be happening here on site in relation to the trees that were recently removed from the site and how those are going to be reenacted back into the Klondike community. And so today I'm here to share with you that we've got a number of things that are happening just before we get into the massive redevelopment of this wonderful structure here in the heart of North Memphis in the Klondike community. And so this week, over the past several weeks since we've spoken to you, we've had a number of potential vendors inside the building here on site. And these are people who are going to operate businesses in parts of Northside Square, the office users, so on and so forth. So we're tremendously excited about what's coming and what's happening here at Northside Square. So before all of that great stuff can take place, Jason is going to share with us a little bit about what's going to happen with excavation, what's going to take place in the building in the upcoming weeks as we begin to start the core and shell construction. So Jason, what are some of the biggest things that are going to be the first things that are going to happen once we break ground here at Northside Square?
Well, as soon as we break ground, one of the first things we'll do is the mass site excavation, and all this big grassy knolls will be gone, and then we can start saw cutting in the new storefront windows where all these smaller windows are. They almost double in size,
Right.
And it'll be glass from the first floor all the way up.
And that gives us a lot of natural light. Because as Jason was mentioning, we'll be opening up the building. So as you look at the building, as we share these photos with you on our site, you'll see that Northside really didn't have a lot of windows. It was developed in the 1960s, and in particular, they were building schools different back then. And so as we convert and transform this building, we want to have a lot of natural light for the users, the school that'll be here inside the building, but also the office spaces and everyone who will be entering in and outside of Northside Square. So you mentioned a little bit about excavation. So that's kind of like the moving of dirt, right?
Moving the dirt. We'll be taking the old football field, turning it into ground level parking. There's mass excavation around the back to be able to accommodate all the tenants with new dumpster locations, new door dock locations for unloading trucks. Then the mass excavation will be around the front because it's got such a large entry that we're bringing down from a second floor entry to a first floor entry.
Got it.
So everything has to go out of the way so that you get that street view when you're driving down Valentine. You get to see all the glory of Northside.
Great. So when people see this happening from Valentine, those of you who don't know, 1212 Valentine, that's the address if you haven't been here to Northside Square to check it out yet. 1212 Valentine, what are people going to see as they're walking down Valentine, as they're driving through the neighborhood? Are there going to be some heavy equipment that's going to be used on site as well?
It'll be some of the biggest equipment that they've seen in this community in a long time.
Wow.
It'll be some massive excavators, big bulldozers, lots of dump trucks coming in and out. There'll be some smaller equipment to navigate through some of the tighter areas, but for the most part, these are really, really large, big equipments. Most of them 50 to 100 plus 100 tons.
Wow. So a lot of activity, a lot of work goes entail in terms of transforming such a massive structure, a 270,000 square foot building. Jason, what would you say is the actual timeline just for the excavation, just to kind of get the ground set to take place for all this development?
Probably 6 months.
About 6 months?
Yeah, about 6 months.
Wow.
There's that much excavation here with the grassy hills. The way that they did the split level from the 60 design, especially around the front with all the new facade entry that they're bringing in and the landscaping that's going to go in with the walks and courtyards and things of that nature. It's a mass excavation.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we're looking for some exciting things. We're going to share these pictures with you, a lot of the activity. If you haven't seen everything, you can get caught up to speed. Northside Square on YouTube, that's our channel, or on the YouTube channel for The Works. We'd love to have you back. Continue sending us questions, make comments. Week 31, we look forward to seeing you here back soon as we continue with more updates at Northside Square.